I just want to say hello and welcome off the top and Happy New Year, right? The last day of the year. I'm really excited to have you guys here and to spend the last few hours of this year with me. And I want to help you guys get it off into 2022 with a big bang. So today I want to talk to you guys about some really important things that are going to totally help you get into like January 1st, well, tomorrow, in a really big way for your business. And I'm going to do my best, like I said, to have you guys out of here in short time. So hopefully 40 minutes or so. So hang on to your questions. We'll do some Q&A at the end and we'll kind of see where that goes. So I do want to start off with a quick question. Actually, I'm going to ask you guys a lot of questions here, just more for you guys to kind of ponder and think about and get you really going in the right direction with your thought process. So I guess the first real question is, if you have been in your business for a while and you're really wondering why it is that you're getting the results you're getting from your business, if they're not quite the things that you're desiring the most, the things that you want. And you need to know that developing a real understanding and knowledge is really crucial. And we all know that because we've all taken courses, read books, and we don't always get that huge momentum that's promised, and we don't really find that we're as far ahead as we wanted to be. And the real key is that we all know lots. We know lots of stuff. It's in the doing. It's in the doing where we fall down. And that is a gap. We're going to talk about that a little bit today, but that's totally like a whole other masterclass in its own. But in the doing and the application of what we've taught is where the magic is. So many of us have so many book smarts, but we really need to dig into why are we not doing those things? And I'm going to touch on a bunch of them here today. So we're going to dig into that and how everything relates back to the law of attraction and working with it in the right way. And there are things that we need to know in these pieces to get into place to begin to live the life that we really want to live. All right, so for those of you who've never met me, there's a few of you here I've never talked to before. So hello, my name is Connie Ann. I am a top consultant, coach, and trainer with Bob Proctor and his team. So yes, I've been certified and trained by Mr. Bob Proctor himself and his crew. And I have worked in this capacity in studying this material for many, many years. And I have coached and mentored a ton of clients, many, many clients in the material that I'm going to be sharing with you guys here today. So please know that I understand where you are, because I have been there myself, and I've actually been in many different home businesses, from makeup to housewares. I even tried my hand at selling motorcycle equipment, and I never ever made any money to ever talk about or to really brag about in my life. And honestly, I found myself homeless, living in my car and not a penny to my name, making a box of Kraft dinner stretch for 3 meals. I don't know if you guys can relate, but it's not a fun place to be, but I've been there. And so if you can relate, then you absolutely understand what I'm talking about, and you know that I know where you are. So I really started kind of looking at, how did I get here? And I'm sure you guys are pondering that too. How did I get there? How did this happen? But I began to see a pattern of where everything failed, where I left the business. And at first I was blaming the business. I got in too early. I got in too late. I didn't have the right trainers. But then when I really looked at it as well, I saw that the people that joined the same time as me were making it happen. So then it really hit me. It was me. It wasn't them. So I began to really study and look at and concentrate on what are these things that were going on. And I hired a coach, and I looked at mentors, and I took classes, and I started actually implementing the things I was learning. And within that year, I went to high 5-figure incomes, to 6-figure incomes, and it's still growing. And I'm really understand, I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you that I did it and I pulled myself out, so you can too, through the proper understanding of the things that we're maybe not doing correctly that are holding us back. So you and I are no different. Every human on the planet, we all have higher faculties. We all have perception, reason, memory, all of that. So we are no different. So today I'm just going to share with you the things that I really learned that really got me going in the right direction. 3 main things that I want to help you guys with today and really help you dig into. And I had to learn them really, really deeply to move forward. So today I'm going to do my best to really get that into you guys as well. And the first one is the proper understanding of the law of attraction and how it relates to you and your business, and for you to begin working towards it in the proper way. And why a really strong, clear income goal with the intention for its attainment is crucial. And then we got to look at belief and self-confidence and understanding that you actually have the ability to do anything you want to do in your business. And it's so paramount. It's so important to know all of these things, or we will continue to get the things we've always gotten. So first thing we need to be clear on is the law of attraction, and really how it works in relation to your business and why you actually might think you're working with it, but it's actually working against you. And that is a great bone of contention for a lot of people. They're like, well, I'm doing these things. But to understand why it's not working, we have to know that the law of attraction is not complete in and of itself. And my mentor, Bob Proctor, you might know him from the movie The Secret, he suggests that it's not complete because it's missing the parent law, which is the law of vibration. And when we understand this law, all things are way more clear. And I don't know if you've ever heard this saying that all things are in motion. We live in an ocean of motion. And truly, if you look at anything under a microscope, a chair, a pen, the shirt you're wearing, the molecules are always moving. Nothing ever rests. And it is the same with everything. All things that are in motion have a vibrational frequency. And some things have a high frequency, right? Fast moving molecules. Some things have a low frequency or slow moving molecules. And how we're even feeling our emotions. Emotions and feelings is a word that we humans have attached to the vibrational frequency that our physical bodies are in. And when we're in a negative or low frequency, we feel bad, sad, stress, anxiety, these things. And again, it's a name we're putting to that vibration. On the other side, on a positive frequency or vibration, we are excited, happy, calm, at peace, and it's a high vibration. It's a high emotion. So here's the part I really want you to take away from today. If you take nothing else from today, the income that you want is on a frequency. That money, that job, that team, it's a physical thing, and it's on a frequency or a vibration. And that might be a little hard to grab right now, but I'm going to tie it together for you, I promise. If you think about having $10,000 a month income for your business, and you feel what that feels like and what's going to do for your life and how amazing that is, and that emotion is a vibration, and you are vibrating on the same frequency level of that thing that you want, that income. And at that moment, when you're sitting on it, you are attracting it to you. That's where the law of attraction ties into law of vibration. All right. So I want to take this a little further and simplify it a little bit more for you. Think about the radio in your car. When you dial the dial into a certain music station, you're tapping into that frequency, into that vibration of the music in the air, and you attract the country music or the rock and roll music or whatever that is for you. And so that is what you attract. So you end up with that music on your radio, because those are just airwaves, right? It's a frequency. It's literally a frequency on your dial on your radio. But say you dialed it into music that you didn't want. All right. So you're not resonating with that vibration. It doesn't feel right. It doesn't like, oh, I don't want grunge rock. I want country, or I want opera. And so you turn your dial and boom, you are tuning into the frequency of the thing you want. It feels like a stretch, but it's all the same thing. A frequency is a frequency, and there's multitudes of frequencies from high to low. That's why music in movies is so important. It creates the energy and the feeling. If you know that the bad guy's entering the room, or if something fun and light is about to happen, based on the vibrational frequency of what's going on with your senses. So it helps you to feel excited or sad or all of these things. So does that make sense? I hope so. Can you guys give me a little chat in there? Let me know if you're with me or if I've just completely lost you, because this is so deep but so important. You have to be in harmony with the thing you want to attract. That's really the bottom line of it. So when we are thinking about that thing that we want in our lives, that goal, we have to be on the frequency of it and stay there. We have to be so tapped into the clarity of what we want and why we want it. And that's how the law of attraction works, because we're on that level, on that frequency. But what happens, say, if a team member quits or a family member comes over and you had a great day, or you started the business and you're really excited and you say to them how amazing it is, and they're like, oh, really, that again? When are you going to give that up? Like, be realistic. I can't believe you're going after $10,000 a month. And what happens? Your vibration dumps and you start feeling bad and you start believing them. You start going, yeah, I'm being foolish. And now you're on a low vibration and a low frequency, and you are thinking about how bad you feel and the things that you don't have and all of the other times that things haven't happened the way you wanted them to happen. And you know what? Now you're attracting those in. As soon as we focus on lack, disappointment, we attract more things to have lack and disappointment about. And that is how we sabotage the law of attraction. We have to get on that frequency, like that radio station, and we have to stay in that. Okay, the law of attraction in action. Positive and negative, it's like gravity. Gravity is another one of the universal laws. Gravity doesn't care if you believe in it or not. If you step off a tall building, it's going to do what it's going to do. The law of attraction is the same thing. So you must always be in the vibration of the thing that you want, which is really, really super important. And one other huge mistake, even if you have a goal, what happens is a lot of us end up with thinking about our goal in the future, thinking about tomorrow, next month I will, tomorrow I will have, someday when. And we need to turn that language into the present moment language. The present moment language as in I am, I have. I am so happy and grateful now that I live in my $5 million house, and I love that I paid cash for it. I am so happy and grateful now that money flows to me in large quantities from wherever it is right now. I am so happy and grateful now that my new team is performing at top standards. I'm so happy and grateful. And we have to talk like that all of the time, because something else that we don't always understand, and that most people don't understand, is this moment. This moment is all we have. I have, wait for it, my hourglass. So this moment right here, this second where that sand is passing through the middle, that is the moment that we have. That's the only moment we have. Down here, can't do nothing about it. Up here, we don't know how much is left up there, do we? We don't know. We don't know. So this moment, the only moment that we have, that is the only moment that we can work in. And my dear, lovely mother, God rest her soul, she always said tomorrow never comes. And she is so right. If we think that we will do it tomorrow, it will always be in tomorrow. This is another really important thing with working with the law of attraction the right way. We have to start walking, talking, thinking, and acting like it's here right now, right here in this moment. Okay, so if we feel and talk and act like it's here, we will attract that. The law of attraction is exact. If you want it tomorrow, it will always be in tomorrow. If you're going to do it later, if this summer you're going to do it, or next fall you're going to do it, or by the end of next year you're going to do it, it'll always be by the end of next year. So that goal that's been eluding you up until now, it is always going to be in next year if you're going to achieve that next year. Okay, so I hope you're with me. Okay, so there are so many layers to this. So let's transition for a second about your business. What do you want from your business? When somebody asks you, what is your goal? What do you want? What do you say? When I ask people this, there's kind of a repeat of the information that they give me, which is, I want financial freedom. I want independence. I want to create my own business. And all of these things are really good to say and they feel great. And I want you to have all of them too, but they will not carry you through to the times when you are in a low vibration. When somebody poo-poos on your dreams, you have to have a really strong, ironclad, burning desire goal that you are going to get no matter what. And that's what I want to talk to you guys about next. So let's dig a little bit further into that goal that you want, that financial freedom. Let's go there. Let's talk about that. Income replacement. You want to quit your day job. What is that exact number for you? I want you to lock into a number. What is it? Don't replace your income from your job. You have to give it a number. You do. All right. And then build an image in your mind and in your heart. What does your life look like having already attained your goal? Remember, we're talking about it in the present moment. We're not talking about someday when anymore. We are talking about taking your goal and your dreams and what that looks like and bringing them to the present moment. Sandy Gallagher, Bob Proctor's business partner, she calls it a future memory or visioneering, where we're going into the future and we're feeling what it feels like. We're visiting our future selves and we're bringing that image back here with us. So now you have an actual memory of something that has yet to happen. And that's how we build that goal and that dream in our minds and can feel like it's here already. So let's go there for a second. All right, are you guys with me? Close your eyes for just a moment. Close your eyes, take a couple of deep breaths, and just relax and go to that goal. That goal, even if it's a little fuzzy right now, just do the best you can. We're going to work on honing in later. What does that feel like? Where are you living? What car are you driving? All of these things. All right. This is one of your higher faculties you're using. It's your imagination. Things that we forgot to do when we were kids. Imagining what it feels like. All right. So, okay, so come back to me and you now have a future memory. Congratulations. You just literally visited yourself in the future. Now bring that here to you now. Bring that here into your present moment. What did that feel like? What kind of car were you driving? Where were you living? Were you in a different country, a different part of the country? Were you by the ocean? What is that life that you would love to live? What is that income that you have in that future life? That is the goal I want you to write down and think about. It needs to be that concrete. You need to write that down so that if you were to give it to me to look at, I would see exactly what you just saw in your mind. And write it down with I am, I have, I'm so excited now that. That is your strong, clear goal. And when you think about it every day, that little exercise we just did, you do it every night as you're falling to sleep. You do it every morning as soon as you wake up. The next person that tells you you can't do it, you are going to tell them to take a hike. That is burning desire. I see you smiling, Donna. You get it. That is what you need. You need to have that ironclad resolve. This is your dream. This is what's in your heart. This isn't somebody else. This is you. And this is your life. And this isn't a kid's game. This is not a dress rehearsal. I'm sure you guys have all heard that before. We have to get serious about our life. Something I've put on coffee mugs many times and given them away to my clients. What other people think of me is none of my business. And when you have that clear goal and you know where you're going and you are going to get there and you have that burning desire, you will be successful. and nothing will stop you. Something about the universe, and I call it universe energy. You can call it God energy, Buddha. We all have our names for it, but that energy that brings us those things that we want requires crystal clear vision and picture. And that's what I really am trying to get at right here with this visioneering that we've just done. If you are wishy-washy, if you just want a few dollars a month, or I'm just going to try this business and see what it gives me, it's not going to give you anything. And then you're going to go, see, it doesn't work. But does it really not work? Because you know what? If somebody else in the business is making $100,000 a month, $2 million a year, whatever that person is that's making that you're like, oh, I want to be in their shoes. They did it, so can you. But they weren't wishy-washy. They knew what they wanted and they were going after it with crystal clarity. So how many dollars a month do you want? What house do you want to live in? Be clear. And just to kind of step back again on that a little bit and bring it down to another level, when you go to a restaurant and order food, you order food. You don't say, I'm hungry, bring me something. You're liable to end up with liver and onions, right? Unless you like that, then it's okay, but it's not my thing. You have to order specifically from the universe. You have to place a specific order, or you will get things you don't want. And the thing is, we're not getting things that we want. That's why we're here, right? That's why we're having this conversation. Why are we not getting the things we want? Because we're not asking for what we want. We're letting the universe just drive our lives. I call it sleepwalking through life. And we have to stop that. Our businesses will not grow without a plan. And your business is a business. Make no mistake about it. You may feel like, oh, it's networking. We got this side hustle mentality out there. A side hustle is like a hobby, but it's not a hobby. It's a job. If you want to replace your income, it is a job, and you got to start treating it like one. What do you want from your business? How big of a team? What sales force do you want? Get very, very, very clear on all of that. Okay. Get clear. If you're unsure of your goal, or maybe you're one of those people that just feels like you really do have a goal. I really know what I want. I really know what I'm going after. Something Bob Proctor always says is, by their fruits, you shall know them. If you want to really know what you've been focusing on all day long, look at your results. Our life is a reflection of our past thoughts. We are literally living in the past. What we have created in our life, where we live, even the shirt I'm wearing right now and the shirt you're wearing right now was a decision you made in the past. It's a past decision that we made. And we can change that by beginning to look at where we want to go and focusing on that instead. Okay, so always get very clear and focus on what you want. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on what's not working, because the law of attraction will bring you more of it. And if you feel like you keep getting the same thing, then you have to kind of look at what were you focusing on? What were you thinking of? Okay, so on the other side, let's flip that around. So if you get laser focused on that $10,000 a month income, and you know with unwavering certainty that you will get it, then nothing and no one will shake you from it. All right. If you are one of those who worry about what other people think, if what other people think of you, you feel like it is your business, then we got to change that, guys. We have to change it. Then we have to get that unwavering belief. You have to find that confidence, and that comes from that strong goal of what you really want from your business. Where do you want to take it? And then nothing, and I mean nothing, will hold you back. You will go after it, and you will not stop until you get there. And when you get there, because now you know where there is, it's like getting in your car. I'm going for a car ride. Where are you going? Oh, just going there. Well, where's there? When you know where there is and you get there, there will be another there after that. And that is how we just build and build and build our lives up. But first, let's just get that first there. Let's just get that. Okay. So The third point that I really want to help you guys with today is belief. All right. And also know that there are two different kinds of belief. There is the belief that it is actually possible, physically possible for that thing to happen, and that it's attainable in reality. And that is also an inner self-image that we want to believe that we can do it. So that's the second one, okay? Is it doable? Yes. Can you do it? That is a doozy. And that is the one we have to work on. Yes, it's possible because other people are doing it. And what other people are doing, so can you. Do you believe you can do it? And do you believe you deserve it? Right? So is it attainable? 100% yes. Anything and everything that you want to create or that you see other people doing, you can do it. We all have the same higher faculties. Every human in every corner of this planet has the ability to have an imagination. They have an intuition. They have reason, perception, will, memory. We all have all of it, but how are we using it? And are we using it properly? Okay. So can you physically create it? 100% yes. And when I really got that, that was so exciting for me. I was really excited, right? What? You mean I can? It's like I needed permission. And it was so cool. Do you believe that you can achieve it? I am here to tell you with absolute certainty, yes, you can. But again, do you believe it? Do you want $10,000 a month income? I can tell you that in this very moment, at this very day, there are people doing it. So yes, if people are creating $10,000 this month, then you can too. I hear so many people say, oh, it's December, it's slow, blah, blah, blah. No, it's not slow. That is just our perception. So yes, you can create that income any month and in any conditions. Even right now, during what's going on in our crazy world, there are millionaires being made right now. Why not you? Why not? There's people in your business, people doing what you do that are making a killing right now. So can you. You absolutely can. So the next layer down from that is, do you believe that you deserve it? And this is the big question, isn't it? A lot of us have, and us women, for some reason, we have this feeling like we're being selfish when we feel like we want stuff for ourselves, but we're not. We're not. I know that you deserve it because you wouldn't have that in your heart. You wouldn't have that desire in your heart if it wasn't attainable. That would be mean. I don't think there's any energy out there, any greater universal energy bigger than us that would give us this thing in our heart if it wasn't attainable. And you want it because you're here. You came to this master class on New Year's Eve day. You have that burning desire. So yes, you can do it and you deserve it. All of us humans all want expansion. We all want further expression. And the problem is that we've been using our free will in the wrong way for many years. I was there myself not that long ago, so I understand. And the great news is you have the right to choose. We all have choice, personal choice of what we're going to think and feel about ourselves and about our business and what we're going to decide every morning to do when we get up. You have the right and you have the ability to change how you think and feel. Isn't that kind of liberating a little bit? I think it is. So you can choose to think positive, to have a strong understanding of the law of attraction, the law of vibration, and all of those other laws that are out there, and have a really strong affirming goal. Where are you headed? What are you doing? What does your business look like? And this year is the last year that you're going to wonder why you're not there in your business. That's what I really want for you guys. That's why I'm here today with you, putting on this free workshop, because I want you guys to never, ever again say, I didn't do it. I want you to say, I did it. Look at me. Look what I did. All right. Clarity, urgency, belief, resolve, confidence, belief. They will all follow in the footsteps of beginning to do the things properly in the right way, like we talked about here today. So I hope you guys have been taking a ton of notes. The work that you need to do on yourself to do these small things. Are they simple? Yes, they are. They're so easy. My clients are always looking for the hard thing. Connie, when is this going to get hard? There's no hard thing. It's easy. It is easy. And most of the time, it's the simple things that make the biggest impact. So is it simple? Yes. Is it easy? Pretty much all of the time. And is it worth it? Will it be worth the time and effort that it's going to take for you to do the things you have to do to get there? Yes, it will. Will you get there on your own? Here's something that was hard for me to swallow. When Bob Proctor first told me that if I could have done it on my own by now, I would have done it. The truth of the matter is we can't get there on our own. We need help. We need somebody to help us get there. And I am personally glad, 1,000% glad that I did the work that I did. It took me a while. It's not going to be overnight because we got these bad habits, these bad beliefs about ourselves. The working with the law of attraction in the wrong way didn't come overnight. So we're not going to get rid of it overnight. I recently lost 65 pounds. It took me for a while to put it on. It took me a while to take it off again. It's not overnight. And once we start putting these steps into order, it'll be like magic. It will just be magic. The universe is waiting to bring you these things. You've been thinking on them off and on, off and on. And once you finally place the order in the drive-through of the universe and you drive up to the window, it's just going to be, here you go. It'll drop on your lap and it'll be like magic. So what are your next steps? Where are you guys going to go from here? Actually, let me ask you a different question. How many books and lectures have you sat through over the years? How many workshops have you been to and had maybe small incremental movement forward? 3, 10? I think I was more than 10 myself, but there is something missing and it's not the knowledge. I am not telling you guys anything really today. I'm not teaching you anything new. It's just having the doing things properly in the proper order, right? You're not lacking knowledge. I'm very confident that most of you actually know how to do everything you need to do to get your business to where it needs to go. To have that massive monthly income. You know how to do it. Do you know how to make a phone call? Do you know how to send an email? Do you know how to place an order? We know how to do them. We do. We know how to go on social media and post and talk to people. We know how to do all of these things. So the next question is, how long have you had that goal? That place that I just took you to, how long have you really had that goal? Maybe today was the first time you actually really went there with clarity, but really, how long? It's been a while, right? You've tried all sorts of different things, all sorts of different tactics. And why haven't they really worked in the past? Because of the things we've talked about here today. Working with the law of attraction and all of the other natural laws, there's actually 7 natural laws that govern our success in our business. When we start working with them all in the proper way, and when we're not working with a clear, strong goal, and when we're missing that understanding of how to implement all of it in the proper way, then we have a gap. Bob Proctor calls it the knowing doing gap. And it's the space between what we know how to do and what we're actually doing. How much money are you actually making every year? Is it year after year after year, you are at an income plateau? Maybe it's $50,000 year after year after year, no matter what you do. You want $200,000 a year. That's a gap. There is a space in there. There are things that you have to do to get to here that you're not doing. And that is the place where if we could have got there by now, we would have on our own. We don't have that in between. We have to close that gap. That is so important. Okay. And that is a whole other masterclass. We will be here until next year if I go into it today, but that is another big topic. So we'll maybe talk about that in January. So just know that the amazing part of all of this is that you just have to make a few changes. You just have to start talking about it like it's here and working with the law of attraction in the proper way to get to that clear place and stay there and get that belief and that confidence. And I promise you, you can do this. I promise you, you can. To get to where you have never been before, you must begin to do the things you've never done before. Because again, if you could have, you would have. So we have to start doing things. That future self you went to visit, what does that person do? What does their day look like? How do they live their life? And you have to begin living from the end, living like that person in that future memory. Okay. And once you have all of these things in alignment, like I said before, the universe will just open up and just things will just drop in a relatively short period of time. Some of my clients, even like 3 weeks in, they're like, is this possible? And I'm like, well, yeah, you got out of your own way. Stop forcing it. Somebody brilliant told me very recently, actually, that if it's easy, it'll work. It's when it's hard and when we're trying to force negates. So when we just allow and we start just working with things in the proper way and understanding how it works, when these things happen, when these quantum leaps start coming into our life, we'll be like, whoa, where have you been all my life, baby? And it's pretty cool. So how would you like to take all of this stuff now that we've talked about? I want you to take it all and go from just information to just transforming your life. I want you guys to transform your businesses in January and to start moving into real world results. I would love for this to be the last training you guys go to. And I want you guys to start implementing things. I want you to look at your bank account and see the numbers you want to see. I really do. I want you to buy the things for your family that you want. Go on the vacation you want to go on. I want you to go to a restaurant and order whatever you want off the menu and not care how much it is. I want you guys to have all of these things. Live in that house you want to live in, have that backyard, have that pool, have that sports car, whatever that is for you. Are you guys ready? Do you guys want to do that? I'll bet you do because you're still here. We're still talking. So I really want you guys to really get this. So I hope that so far I've been able to give you guys a bunch of value because there's so much in there that you guys really have to implement. And when you do, I promise you, you'll have amazing results. All right. Begin at once to do the things that you've never done. Get the results that you've never gotten. Please do it. Do yourself that favor. This is the only way to make this happen. Like I said, I've been there. I've been broke, homeless, living in my car. I've been there. I don't know another way, but I know this way works. Bob Proctor was right. My way wasn't working, so I tried his, and here I am talking to you guys now. So this is my gift to you. All right. And this is your opportunity. This is really an opportunity for you to really make it happen and make next year the banner year, the year that you say, I did it. All right. So what I've done over the next few days, and yes, even for tomorrow, is I opened up my schedule. I honestly want to speak to each one of you guys. And I want to talk to you about your goal, the things we talked about today, one-on-one. All right. So I can't talk to everybody who wants to talk to me, but I have opened up a few spots for you guys. So I'm going to put the link in the chat to book a call with me. So please book one and let's get on that call. Okay. So let me do that right now. There we go. So that's my calendar link and it's for a 30-minute call. But I'm actually open for an hour on there. So I'm going to give you an hour of my time. Okay. So if you are beyond and done, hoping and wishing, and you are really ready to make things happen, I want you to book a spot and let's talk. Okay. Let's really talk about all of these things. You and me, we're going to figure it out. We're going to figure it out together. And we're going to look at the things that are holding you back. And we're going to take a look at your goal, that place that we went to just now, in real terms and get serious about it and make your business, make it a real business. Enough side hustle stuff. All right. we want to put together a really strong affirmation, I am statement. I am what? And we want to make it an affirmation that you can write out over and over again to start feeling like you're already there. I want you to get there and get that going on. Begin to see what you've not been doing and why you've not been able to achieve all of these things you've wanted to in the last year, in the last 2 years, in the last 10 years, however long that has been. And let's turn it into action. Okay? If you're ready, I am ready. I'm ready to talk to you. I'm excited. I know there's a few of you on here and I want to talk to all of you. I know there's 2 of you on here I've talked to before. Let's talk again. Let's do that. Grab the link and book the spot. All right. It's literally a few hours wherever you are in the world, like a couple of hours until next year. Like we're down to the wire, right? The 11th hour, so to speak. So don't let this weekend be one of those beginnings of the new year where we make some, New Year's resolutions. And then 3 or 4 days later, maybe by next Wednesday, we're kicking ourselves that, oh my God, I've already blown it. it's only 4 days into the year and I've already blown it. Oh, well, maybe 2023. No, let's do it. All right. Enough kicking ourselves, enough beating ourselves up. Do something different, right? Make a pact. Don't make a resolution. Let's make a pact. I swear 2022 will be the best year ever. I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to kick butt and take names. Make a drastically different change to make a drastically different result. We have to start doing things differently than we've ever done before, right? Like Bob Proctor said, my way wasn't working. I had to try him. So I'm excited for every one of you. I hope you guys stay in touch. I hope we talk very soon, like in the next 3 or 4 days. Let's not let the year go by, even a week of next year go by, where we are not massively productive in getting things happening. So please, let's get on a call. Please, let's talk. All right, let's get you going in the right direction in a big, beautiful way. Are you with me? I know you are. You guys are muted, but I know you are. I can see your faces. So thank you so much for your time. Again, my name is Connie Ann, and I really wish every single one of you an amazing, beautiful, prosperous, and abundant 2022.